Well, this is Meteorologist Grenon, second take, because my first one I never even recorded my mic. But I make this short and sweet here. So the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center thinks that there is a moderate chance or level 2 chance of scattered severe storms in Massachusetts and Connecticut, and that yellow right there. So I was looking at some model data on pivotalweather earlier just now that I think is going to be a very active afternoon and evening for most of us in Mass. As you can see, we're going to be the bullseye there, as you can see. I was reading this down here. Is that widely scattered thunderstorms are expected along ahead of a cold front wrapped across the region this afternoon. Visible satellite imagery shows a moist/destabilizing air mass around ahead of the front where moderate surface-based instability is expected. The warm and moist air mass combined with around 30 knots of effective shear should promote a few loosely organized clusters capable of producing wind damage, aided by the steepening boundary layer lapse rate. So that's basically saying that the winds aloft are going to be just strong enough to make the storms basically tilt just a little bit, so the storms can keep themselves alive instead of, just forming and dying because there's no way of keeping the storms alive. And basically a boundary layer lapse rate means that, the temperatures from the temperatures from the surface to our aloft are basically cooling somewhat rapidly with height. So when that happens, when the air particle is hot and humid and it's going into a cooler atmosphere as it goes up, that is positive buoyancy. I forget how to say that. Buoyancy. That's something that is definitely warmer than the air mass above it. So it's just going to keep rising and rising and rising. And from the cold front, that helps push air up. It's definitely going to be quite an interesting afternoon tomorrow. Definitely noontime to around 8 or 9 o'clock is definitely the biggest points that we need to watch. I know I already looked at some of this, but I want to just show you a couple maps. I want to show you a couple maps of what's possible. As you can see there, showers and storms are definitely going to be active around 4 or 5 o'clock. It's definitely going to start around noon. As you can see right there, looking at some of the stimulation, there is going to be some active weather in the afternoon and evening. As you can see there, that's a good little image right there. That's at 21Z, which I think that's like 5 o'clock. And let's go to 6 o'clock, 34 hours out. Yeah, see how it says 22Z right there? If you do that, that's like universal time, so you have to minus 4 to that, so that would be 20, 19, 18, but then you have to subtract to get to 12, and that is definitely 6 o'clock because 6 plus 2 is 18, so it's basically 6 hours past noon. So as you can see right there, showers and storms are definitely going to be likely and popping up definitely by 4 to 6 o'clock, even earlier than that. So a lot of the models see that it's going to be an active day. I want to see one model from Tropical Tidbits that really caught my eye. This one. See, just from Tropical Tidbits, as you can see, this is 12 noon right here, or 16Z. Look at this model right here. Absolute stunning stimulation right there. That's going to be there's like 3 clusters right there. 1, 2, 3 clusters right there. And let's just do a little bit of fun right here. As you can see right here, wow. See how moist the atmosphere is? Literally the dew point temperatures and the temperature itself is pretty much moist all the way up. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. But the lapse rates are very, very small. It's not decreasing that much in height right there, so it's very humid and hot. But the air is very unstable because of how hot it is, but this doesn't really show you a lapse rate that is like decreasing like this way if the lines were like going this way. So there's very, very moist atmosphere right there. And you see the wind bobs are kind of acting a little weird right there. Winds are out of the north and then it goes out of the southwest a lot. I'm not quite sure why the wind's out of the north. That's probably because the thunderstorms are probably changing the wind directions as like the winds are blowing from the north as like the outflow boundary or something like that. So I just wanted to show you this one because this looks impressive. That looks very impressive right there. That is definitely going to be very interesting to see this evolve if that is being stimulated correctly. Just one more, just for the fun of it. Let's take a look at the 12Z Triple R. Definitely shows some activity, as you can see right there, coming off the Berkshires right there. Definitely it's a little bit of cluster of action right up here. A little bit farther north than what the National Weather Service thinks it's going to be right in this cluster. So we just have to wait and see how this plays out. There's definitely a lot of somewhat agreement of definitely a very active afternoon and evening, definitely for sure. Stay safe. Be on the alert. Check your radar after noontime, definitely toward 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Eyes to the sky. And just be prepared for this weather. It's definitely going to be a very active afternoon. It's going to be a slow evening commute if you run into these thunderstorms. That's going to cause probably very low visibility and slow down traffic. So this is Meteorologist signing off. And I hope you guys are ready for a fun afternoon. I will be live somewhere after 2 p.m. tomorrow. Peace out, and I'll catch you tomorrow.